The holidays bring beautiful displays, and this next story had Ashburn shining bright. From twinkling rooftops to dazzling details, we're talking about the most jaw-dropping holiday home in the country. The incredible display didn't just light up their neighborhood, it lit up the nation and earned them a $50,000 prize. Joining us now to share how it all came together and what it means to spread joy one light at a time are Johanna and Mike Horn from Ashburn, Virginia. Welcome. Thank you so much for being here.
Thank you for having us.
Of course. Well, I have to say congratulations first and foremost.
Thank you.
That's incredible. Tell us how this all came to be that you got involved in this contest.
Sure. So I'm trying to think. We actually applied back in 2022. We didn't actually get on the first year. They had a couple tips and pointers about, what are some things we could do better. There's some areas we needed to, zhuzh up a little bit. And then we reapplied in 2023 and they were like, this is good, let's do it. So
let's do it.
Yeah, we filmed in 2024 and had to keep it quiet for a year, but it was a blast.
That's hard, huh? Like keep the news quiet.
Yeah,
now, a lot of people saw it on TV and a lot of people all over the DMV saw it, but for anyone who didn't, I guess, how would you describe it and what made it stand out so much?
I think it's the house itself, just the coverage. We have the whole roof done, and it allows us to basically put images across the entire roof. So you can play music videos, you can put Christmas characters up there, and I think that's the big draw, is a lot of people see it from up the top of the street, and it's just very eye-catching. And when you see it up close, it's kind of a lot to take in. So I think that's probably the main focus of the house, is the roof.
Yeah, Johanna, is this like a thing that you and Mike have always been into? The decorations?
Yeah, so he actually started doing Christmas lights at his mother's house in downtown McLean, and when we got married and bought our house, our first house in Sterling, we couldn't do it because it was a townhouse, and then we moved to Ashburn. He was like, I'm going to start trying to do it, and then got into the pixels. So it's been an evolving process.
Of course, yeah. Do you know how many lights were part of this?
So it's right, I wanted to get to 100,000 this year, and I had two props that just wouldn't fit. Couldn't do it, so I'm right under 100,000. I think it was around like 99,500, something in that range.
We're looking at some video there. That is a lot of lights. I wonder if there's a Guinness Book record for number of lights.
I don't know.
You should look into that, Mike.
I should probably check that out.
Yeah. Now I'm curious, what role did your family and your friends and of course the Ashburn community, how did they play a role in all of this?
So for our family, like our daughters, they were the idea givers. They would think of props that they wanted. We want to have music, or we want to have animals that we like. I think one year they were really into the narwhals and unicorns, so we have those on our yard. Yeah. So they just gave the inspiration for some of the props. As far as our neighbors, they were supportive. We have neighbors that are friends and are just really wonderful. They help direct traffic. They allowed us to park in their driveway.
Because this is a residential neighborhood.
Absolutely. Yeah. And so that was a big role, is just their support and their kindness.
That's wonderful. I live in Ashburn and it was all the rage. All over Ashburn, everyone's talking about your house. How exciting. I'm wondering where you store all of this stuff.
So that's going to be a 2026 problem, but right now it's mostly garage, attic, basement, and backyard. But I've got to get a little better with that because it's growing to a point where it's hard to store it now. So.
Yeah, hard to store it now.
But yeah, so I do need to figure that out. But it does all fit in the garage.
Oh, wow. Okay. No cars.
No cars.
Okay.
No.
Right. Now, what you here's just some of the things that you.
Yeah, so this is kind of a replica of the trophy we won on the show. And then this is just a musical note. It's just one of the props we have. Obviously, we're a musical family, so we added some of that to this year.
Yes. Speaking of that, tell me more about that, because you had original music be part of this. Well, that's pretty incredible.
Yeah. So we all recorded basically traditional Christmas songs, kind of in like a modern style. We did Deck the Halls in kind of like a punk rockish kind of version, and then Johanna was singing on that one. And then we did a kind of like a country rock version of Up on the Housetop, and our daughter Emma sang that. And then our daughter Natalie did backup vocals and bells on both of them.
Oh, so the whole family was part of that. So wonderful. Now, does this turn on?
Sure.
Oh, wow.
So this little test button here.
Very cool.
So yeah, so they're just
cool.
So the whole yard filled with this kind of stuff. So.
Yeah, so amazing. I heard you also were collecting local donations for local charities. That's amazing. That's really awesome. Thank you guys so very much for being here.
Absolutely.
Really exciting. Of course, we'll be looking out for this next year.
Absolutely.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
Of course, for more information, and you can find them on Facebook at the Horn Quartet Christmas Lights Across Ashburn.